to be running out on negotiations for this consent decree between LMPD and the U.S. Justice Department.
The talks began 9 months ago after a scathing federal report detailing years of police misconduct and discriminatory practices.
Local activists tell Wave News reporter David Mattingly they're losing hope that an agreement will be reached.
That's right, John. Inauguration Day could be a game changer for the Department of Justice. The Trump administration is not expected to have the same interest in signing a consent decree with LMPD. And recent comments by Chief Paul Humphrey have people who want federal oversight of the department worried. Providing no details regarding progress or the lack of it, LMPD Chief Paul Humphrey on Wednesday gave no indication that an agreement with the Department of Justice is near.
The last thing that I want to do is go through 9 months of negotiations and ruin it because we felt some kind of political pressure in the last couple of weeks.
The comment chills hopes for federal oversight of a police department in need of reform. The quest for a consent decree began when U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland put LMPD misconduct in the national spotlight. Now, weeks away from a new Trump Justice Department, proponents of LMPD reform question the lack of urgency.
This is, to me, a cowardly way to approach this situation and just say, well, we're not going to rush it.
Pastor Timothy Finley is among community activists calling for LMPD reform. Those demands echoed loudly in city streets during the Breonna Taylor protests. Finley believes a failure to reach a consent agreement could have long-term consequences.
I think that this does, in many ways, and maybe for the next decade, irreparable harm to any kind of trust between community law enforcement, community and city government.
Other activists believe the erosion of trust could be just one of multiple consequences for Louisville. There are predictions that the absence of federal oversight could result in a return to a pattern of police misconduct.
Part of the concern is we could see an increase in the police violence, which will, of course, lead to people rising up and using their voices in the best way possible.
A spokesman for Mayor Greenberg says negotiations with the DOJ are continuing this week, and so far the mayor's office counts 65 negotiation meetings with DOJ and thousands of staff hours committed to the process. David Mattingly, Wave News.